Hey everyone, welcome back. I just wanted to give an update since it's been a while. I wanted to make a quick video just reviewing a game that I had played a while ago. It's called Remothered Tormented Fathers. I figured I'd put this video out because it's just had its console release. Funny story, I had gotten this on a Steam sale last winter, and I got it for a pretty good price, but I only got around to playing it like around May or June, and I was gonna do a video for the channel for the game, but I could never finish the game. I only have 3 hours into this game, and I'm going to explain to you why I didn't like it. So this is the intro. I've cut out 5 minutes from the beginning, but this is right where the game begins. And the graphics are fine. It looks fine. It's sort of billed as a return to survival horror. Like Clocktown-esque, where you can run and you can hide, but there's not really any combat. So if you're going into this thinking it's Resident Evil or something like that, there's no guns. You are basically just hiding in the environment from the enemies that you're going to be facing. The graphics are fine. I really like them. I played this on Steam, and I cranked everything up. Frame rate, I didn't really have a whole lot of issues with. It ran reasonably well. It looks fine. That's one of the only positives that I could really say for it. It's really good in the first hour. Like this segment right here, I really liked the world building, the environment. I I really enjoyed this segment, but when you get into the meat and potatoes of the game, it really just sort of falls apart. So the big con is how utterly incomprehensible this game is. There's a story, but I can't really tell you anything about it. You play as a journalist who's trying to find a girl that's gone missing. And you encounter this family. The main character pretends to be a doctor so she can get in and she can examine this guy. But she really just wants to talk to him to see if he can tell her about this child right here that's gone missing. That's about as basic as I could understand, because the second that you meet other characters, the game just falls apart. It's it's not it's like it's bad, and then it's almost so bad that it's good, but then it just becomes bad again. Like how the early Resident Evils were kind of campy, but they owned it and they made it work. This is trying to go for sort of like a classic Resident Evil feel. Um, the way that you interact with newspaper clippings in the environment, objects, feels like an old Resident Evil game. It feels like classic survival horror, but this game is so incompetent. There's horrible grammatical spellings. Uh, the newspaper clippings don't make any sense. I read them multiple times and I don't really understand what's happening. The subtitles don't add up. The voice acting is atrocious. It sounds like the different characters were recorded in different environments. Some of them are echoey, where you can hear like the reverb in the background. Um, Sometimes the voice acting is just bad. It's not professional quality. And I get that this is an indie studio. This is their first game, I'm pretty sure, but it's just amateurish. The actual gameplay, I really enjoy classic survival horror. I don't mind the clock tower gameplay. I really liked Outlast, which was all about the environment, hiding, atmosphere. There's no combat. I really enjoyed Amnesia. This doesn't get it at all. The main problem that I have with this game, the chase sequence AI, is tethered to the player. There's there's no real pattern to it. So you get into this house and you're getting chased by the enemy, and instead of the enemy wandering around because they have like this, like they have their own pathfinder, you know, like their own AI is telling them this is the route that I have to go. Instead of that, it's dependent on the player and where the player is. So like for example, if you're playing a Metal Gear Solid game, like a stealth game like that, you have to be able to predict where the AI is going to be in order to get through the environment. And the AI has to be reliably predictable. So it's not just that you show up, that the AI is there. It has to be good. It can't just be, you know, oh, here's the enemy. In a game like this where the second that you get seen, there's no real getting away. So for the stakes to be that high, I need to be able to depend on the game to just get it right automatically. And the problem is, it's like you can hide in closets, or you can hide under beds or under couches and stuff. And the problem is the guy that you're trying to run away from won't really leave the area. He won't really give you enough time to get away. And he can turn around at any moment if you're trying to sneak. And the second he sees one pixel of you, it's all over again and you got to do the chase thing again. Another problem with the way that the AI is made in this game. So you can see how she's running in this clip. She gets slower. She's got stamina. I mean, I guess it's realistic. She's supposed to be a normal person. She's not, you know, Solid Snake. She's not a soldier. Okay, I don't really have a problem with that. But her heals are a huge problem in the game. And part of me thinks it's impressive that the environment reacts to her running. Like you can hear her heels clicking around in the house. And I think that's really impressive, and it's really immersive, and it's really realistic. But do you know what it isn't? It isn't fun at all. And even that is broken to an extent because you're running in this house because the walking and the crouching is just horrible and it's slow and you can't ever get anywhere. So you have to run to get away from this guy. But the problem is okay, remember he's close to you at all times, like I said. But when you're running in this game, there's no getting away because your footsteps make noise. Even if you're on carpet, he can hear you pretty much wherever you are in the house. I would be a floor or two up, and I would run on like the walkway, you know, on like wooden floors. And he will hear you, and he'll be like, I can hear you. And then you have, you know, 30 seconds to hide or figure out what you're doing, and then he'll be in your area and he'll be in your business again. It's not fun at all. And like I said, part of me is impressed that the game was made intelligently with this feature designed. It's just, instead of it working in an intelligent way, like, oh, he can hear me if I'm walking on marble or on floors. Okay, well then you should be able to use carpet to get away. I mean, that makes sense to me. That's intuitive. But again, it's like this game is all or nothing. That's a huge problem. The chase mechanics, you have to find objects in the environment and you can pick them up and you can throw them at the enemy and you can kind of delay him a little bit, but in reality, it's just going to stumble him maybe for 2 or 3 more seconds. And you have to give up, you're giving up your momentum because you have to turn around, you have to aim, and she will miss. You're going to miss them, and if you miss them, you're dead because he's going to catch you. It's just not fun. This chase mechanic is not fun. Outlast did it better. Amnesia did it better. If we want to go back a couple of generations, Clock Tower did it better. Haunting Ground did it better. Rule of Rose did it better. There's just better examples of this gameplay. A friend asked me why I'm bringing this game back. I didn't enjoy it at all, and I didn't want my YouTube channel to just be full of negativity. So I moved on. Why I'm revisiting this is because I had a buddy ask me, like, hey, so this is on PlayStation 4 now. Do you think it's going to be worth my time? No, honestly, if I'm being truthful, if it was like for $3 or $4, maybe. Maybe you could get an hour or two out of it. Maybe if you were really patient and you didn't mind how frustrating the gameplay is and how the core gameplay loop just isn't fun. And it's not scary either. You know, that's another big thing about a horror game. It's not scary because you realize that you can never really get away. The stakes are so high that the stakes aren't there. There's no ramping of escalation, there's no tension. You get seen, you get chased forever, and that's it. You know, there's no progression, there's no tension. The horror never ramps up. Like in Resident Evil, in the first one when you get to the Spencer mansion, you know, there's a little while where you're waiting before the first big scare happens, before the dogs jump out of the window. The game breathes, it gives the player breathing room in between scares, in between jumps. In horror games, the atmosphere, the tension, it's exactly what gives these games life. This game, it's just 0 to 60 automatically. There's no ramping up, there's no tension. I honestly couldn't recommend it at all. I told my buddy, like, I don't like hurting these games. I don't like saying bad things about these games, but if you're gonna spend money on it, is it worth the $15 on PlayStation Network? No, absolutely. I think I got it for $8 on a Steam sale, like half off, and I still feel like I overpaid. You know, that's just what it is. That's pretty much it, guys. I just wanted to ramble a little bit about this game. It's been a while since I made a video, so I just wanted to get back in the swing of things. Coming to the channel, we are going to be doing a rebrand of sorts. Horror content has been really spread out this summer. I hit Vampire and I hit Agony in my first month, and I feel like the past couple of weeks, I didn't want to just do movie reviews or cover pop culture stuff. I didn't really feel like there was enough content to cover. So we're probably going to be rebranding, probably be doing a little more general things, but that's on the horizon. It's not going to happen immediately, but that's definitely something that I want to look at. I wanted to thank everyone again for watching. The support's been really good. I've been really happy with the growth, with the numbers. And as usual, if you have a Twitter account, you can follow me at Midnight Vigil. That's pretty much it, guys. Thank you for your time. I will see you next time.